What are some of the things Browns need to do to get a much-needed win in Jacksonville?
Well, you keep Lawrence down, right? He's in this trend. You got to keep him down. You got to keep him frustrated. You do have healthy corners. You lose Thornhill, but McLeod, Hickman, you have once one place you're really deep is safety, right? So you should be fine there. You should be fine. None of these injuries are devastating to what they do defensively. So the defense got to create some turnovers. There was a couple interceptions early in that game against Dallas that were dropped. Not that it would have made a huge difference, but it would have at least uh, given them a surge of life, right? Early in that game. I think a turnover, something like that, to give this offense an easy score would be huge. The other thing is, it has to be completely different on offense. We've talked about this. There was failure across the entire offensive line. Wide receivers had drops. Watson was poor, compounded everything. The play calling, the game plan, none of it was good. So throw it out, take what can be gleaned from it, learn from it, but come into this one with a brand new game plan. You've got to call plays like your quarterback can execute, whether he can't or not. You can't just be so conservative that you're afraid to let him, let it loose. You've got to try to push the ball down the field, especially against this secondary, which has struggled. So I think they'll look better, Dave. I really do. I think they'll look a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, and again, the part of the reason for concern is how bad they looked coming out of the gate. It's like you had what, 9 months, and this is what you're unveiling. So the other thing I would say is you can't be 3rd and 12, 1st and 15. You got to eliminate some of the penalties. You got to run the ball a little bit, and I'd like to see D'Onta Foreman run the ball. But
yes,
as bad as we feel, a win cures most ills.
So week-to-week league, Dave, it changes everything. So a win would change everything. We'd feel a lot better next week. Now there's some overarching things around this team, which big picture, we're gonna have to is gonna play out here. But a win would certainly change things for a week, and you would feel better going into a weaker part of the schedule. Like, hey, maybe we can gain some. Put some hay in the barn, as they would say. I hate that saying. I don't know why I used it, but put some hay in the barn, Dave, with a couple wins against like the Giants and the Commanders and those teams you have on your schedule coming up.